Hello everyone, welcome to Preterist Papers. My name is Patricia and this is the 25th discussion in our series and is titled Bias in Translation. You can find this 2-page printable fact sheet on our website, preteristpapers.com. We have seen some anomalous contrivances in Bible translations, but this one is especially disturbing because of the consistent link to eschatology and thus the apparent deliberate altering of the intent of the text. In addition, we are dismayed by the number of verses subject to this treatment and the wide prevalence through so many translations of the New Testament. The contention revolves around the Greek word Mello, which means about to, impending, or imminent. Here is the problem. Instead of translating the word Mello and its derivatives unbiasedly from the original Greek, it's altered or deleted apparently due to the translator's futurist bias. This leaves the reader with a vague, nonspecific timing of the eschatological event, thus undermining the intent and purpose of the original Greek passage. We want to be very clear that the ESV featured in this paper is not by any means alone in this particular practice, as it is widespread throughout all the most commonly used translations of the New Testament. As an example, let's look together at number 4, where the topic is resurrection. In Young's literal translation, YLT, it states that there is about to be a rising again of the dead. This reveals that the resurrection, although future to the writers, was slated for that generation. The concordant literal translation, CLNT, states that the resurrection was impending, which echoes Young's and consequently puts the resurrection in the first century. But look what the ESV, that is the English Standard Version, says in number 4. It states, there will be a resurrection, leaving out the textual intent of imminence. This allows for a non-specific, futurist interpretation, enabling the strange conception of bodies coming out of the ground, which was perhaps presupposed in the translator's minds, but not present in the original Greek text. When we consult other literal translations, we see the same as in Young's. Green's literal translation states, a resurrection about to be of the dead. The literal Standard Version says, there is about to be a resurrection of the dead. The emphatic Diaglott New Testament says, a resurrection is about to be of the dead. These literal translations are available online. Take a look at number 10. This is another glory or resurrection text. We see the same non-specific language in the ESV, while the literal translations retain imminence to show that resurrection was soon in the first century. It has not been widely understood that resurrection is synonymous with reconciliation to God. Let's look at number 13 regarding the reign of Christ. Many Bible teachers teach that Christ's reign is future to us regardless of many scriptures to the contrary. Here, again, the ESV offers a loophole for futurist commentators to exploit by declining to state the impending nature of Christ's rule. When we read it in the literal translations, it is very clear that, indeed, Jesus was born to rule. The long list of scriptures that point to the imminency of end times events enumerated in our video number 3 grows much longer with the inclusion of these passages. Although we have, generally speaking, good translations, they are not excellent. Fortunately, Young's literal translation of the Bible is readily available on software and in book form for a second opinion. Translation committees must make a deliberate effort to include preterists as another set of eyes to catch the futurist assumptions of well-meaning translators. As stated before, we believe people are discouraged from reading the Bible because of all the discord they experience between what they have been taught and what they read. One can only take so much discord, and the endeavor of studying the Bible becomes burdensome. With sound biblical understandings, however, and with good, accurate translations, we will, as a people, have a heightened appreciation of the amazing power, consistency, and truths of the Bible. Thank you for listening, and we hope you will join us in the next video. Shalom.